gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on belief.
I got a feeling. Perks help me feel it. I feel it. Problems I numbing, conceal them. Kinda like my feelings, but I still feel them. I just walked in the building. Look like a
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Today is a Thursday, and yeah, no, I haven't been on since Monday. Had to take a break, had to get some things done. But today's topic is, so you think you got it bad, huh? And let me, hey, Christy, what's up? Let me be the first. I'll explain the title. Had a dream last night, and it's I've got some personal issues going on that, I think my life is really hard, and that, I've there's times I just don't know what to do, and I'm just ready to throw in the towel on things. And then last night I had a dream that me and Brutus, we went to St. Jude's. And for those who don't know what St. Jude's is, it's a children's hospital where kids with terminally ill diseases go to try to get help. And most of them, yes, a lot of them come out, whoop whatever they were fighting, whooped its ass. But there's some that don't make it out. And I had a dream that, we went there. They opened up one ward. I think we're going to buy you Saturday, so if we do, we need to make some time. Yeah, we'll make. I don't think we got anything going on Saturday that I'm aware of. But they let us into a ward, and I took Brutus off lead. He ran in there, flopped down like he normally does, rolled over to his back, and then let out this woof. And next thing you see is all these kids coming out of these hospital beds to go and mess with Brutus, like love on him, play with him. And it was great. And me and Brutus were we got done there. We went down this hall, and there's this little 14, 15-year-old girl sitting just on the other side of her door. Her door was open. And I sat down on the other side of the door frame, and I just looked at her and said, "Hey, what they got you in here for?" And she kind of just looked at me with this "I don't want to be here" attitude look on her face. And, well, I get that. She goes, "Leukemia, third time." 14, 15-year-old fighting leukemia for the third time. And that's heavy. And I looked at her and said, "Oh, is that it?" And she looked at me like, "Is that it?" I said, "You know what I heard?" She said, "No, what'd you hear?" I said, "I heard you say you're in here for third time for leukemia. That means you done beat its ass twice, and it hasn't learned its lesson to leave you alone." And I woke up. And let me tell you guys, it's something. And it got me thinking that, yeah, I may be going through some hard times, not life ending by no means, but hard times. And I'm ready to throw in the towel over a speed bump. But yet there are kids, guys, fighting for their life against an enemy they can't see. And they don't give up. And that's the reason why it's titled, "So You Think You Got It Hard, You Think You Got It Tough." Guys, you ain't got shit. I ain't got shit compared to that. And they're still fighting. Guys, I'm a United States Marine. I've done fighting. I've fought for my life. And let me tell you, them kids are tougher than what I ever was, or what I could ever be. So, what gives me the right to want to throw in the towel when there's kids fighting for their life that refuses to even think about giving up? What gives you the right to give up? And when I say you guys, I'm talking to the adults. Like, yeah, we've lived life longer. Yeah, we've been through a lot more. So therefore, we should be tougher. We shouldn't be wanting to give up. I wish I had just a little bit of strength, hope, and the will, the sheer will to keep going as those kids in St. Jude's did. Like I said, there's kids that are fighting for their life, refusing to give up. Their parents are wanting to give up, and they're like, "No, I'm not done." So, what gives you the right to go, "Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I can't make this bill this month. I'm done." You don't have one. You don't have any right to do that over a bill. You and your significant others having issues and you're ready to throw in the towel. I'm sorry. Those kids ain't giving up like that. So, what makes you think it's okay to do it? Guys, that's what I woke up to. And honestly, guys, I wasn't going to stream this morning. I've got other things I need to do. But on my stream, when I do the whole, startup, that song Hooked on a Feeling. There's a reason why I have that song as, one of my openings, and it's because that's what happens. Now, it's not always a girl, but that Hooked on a Feeling to me is more of that gut feeling that you need to do something. Oh, I do, Lady Rose. I do. But I had music playing, and it was jumping all over the place from Dolly Parton, Trace Adkins, which is country and country cool. And then I went to The Who, which is a Hungarian rock band. And then it played Hooked on a Feeling. And I was sitting there going, because I was debating, do I need to stream about this? Do I need to do this? Do I need to get this out? And Hooked on a Feeling started playing. And I stopped. And guys, I'm one that believes in, signs, answered prayers, miracles, whatever you want to call it. And that was just my playlist. It was just shuffling playlist. But when that song come on, I went, okay, I'm going to do it. And like I said, guys, someone needed to hear it. Or I just needed to say it out loud. But if a kid who is fighting a terminal illness, which means they won't get better, there's a slim, very slim chance they will get better, and they are fighting tooth and nail for their life. What gives me and you the right to give up on everyday things that's not life-threatening? We don't. We have zero right. We buckle down. We keep fighting. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you love. Treat everything like life and death. And when you get tired of fighting, guess what? Keep fighting. Keep pushing. Don't give up. That's right, Lady Rose. She said, but with those kids, even though they are fighting, they still have the faith and joy for their life. They never give up. We adults need to learn something from them kiddos. We do. Because here's the deal. Those kids, where us adults have gotten to the point where little things don't bring us joy. We don't care about them. Those kids, I've seen it firsthand many times. Those kids, a teddy bear, a stuffed animal, guys, bring them more joy than anything else. A teddy bear. So, we as adults need to, the only way I know how to say it, get back to the basics. Enjoy the little things in life. Walk outside. Just walk outside, not in a rush, not to do anything. Sit down on your front porch and look around. Take in the scene. And then sit there and think about how many times you've seen that same scene. You've seen that everything going on. I don't care if you're out in the country or in a city. And put it in perspective. Sit down and go, wow, there's kids that don't know what life is about. They They don't know how to enjoy life. Why? Because they're fighting for their own. There's kids I know, well, I did know, you know what their dream was? To work at a McDonald's. And that kid, he only saw 13 birthdays. But his dream was to work at McDonald's. Guys, we gotta stop taking life for granted. We gotta stop giving up just because it gets hard. We gotta start fighting for what we believe, what we love, what we like to do. We gotta start making time for ourselves and time just to sit down and be thankful, really. Be thankful for what we've got. Because there's some kids that will never know. And to those kids out there, hey, from a Marine, keep up the work. Keep fighting. You got this. I don't care what you have, what the docs say, you got this. And if you need help, hey, there's plenty of support wherever you're at. To the parents of those kids, hey, massive kudos to y'all. Because you done something right. You taught your kids something because they're still fighting. They ain't gave up. So keep going. And when I don't care if they're tired of fighting, you keep fighting. Fight for your kid. Because once they give up, it's all downhill. I know every one of y'all's probably tired. Tired of fighting, tired of the doctors, tired of this test, that test. But hey, guess what? Keep going. Keep going. Guys, like I said, if they can keep fighting, if they can keep pushing, as kids, why can't we? And to the adults, or more so the parents, if the parents of those kids can fight every day for their kid, even though they're tired, they're worn down, they're beat, they keep pushing. When your kid does something wrong, and regardless, how bad it is, don't give up on your kid. Keep fighting for them. Keep teaching. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Because what gives you the right as a parent to give up on your kid when the parents of kids in hospitals are still fighting and they think they're fighting a losing battle? If you thought you were fighting a losing battle, you'd probably just give up and be done with it. Be like, I'm done. Nope. Little Johnny or little Susie can do this on their own. I'm done. Guys, no. You got to help them. You got to fight. Sometimes you got to fight for them. Sometimes you even have to fight against them so you can fight for them. And that's one of the hardest things to do. So just because life gets hard does not give you the right to give up. It does, however, give you the right to keep fighting, to fight harder, to dig down deeper. So, guys, don't give up. Just keep going. Yeah, it's going to get harder. Harder means harder than what it is now. But if you don't give up, you'll eventually end up winning. And like I said, in my dream, I told that little girl, that young woman, because in my mind, if you can fight leukemia and win twice, and it hasn't learned its lesson, you're not a kid. I'm sorry. You're more of an adult than most adults. But when I told her, because she was down, she didn't want to be there. She wanted to give up. But when I told her, so you whooped its ass twice, and it just hasn't learned its lesson. The look on her face. All it did was change her perspective from I'm fighting a losing battle. I'm ready to give up. And it changed it to, you know what, you're right. I whooped it twice. It's not my fault it keeps wanting to fight. I just keep winning. It's mindset. And if we had that mindset, guys, as adults, wouldn't be anything that we couldn't do. I know we tell our kids that all the time about, well, what do you think, if they ask that question, what do you think I should be when I grow up? And all of us parents are guilty of saying, well, whatever you set your mind to, you can do. When did that stop being an option for us? And you're right, Lady Rose. We should look at all cancers and illnesses that same way. We should. But when did the option of becoming whatever we wanted to become go away? I mean, seriously, when did we get to the point where no matter how much we put our mind to it on becoming something, we can achieve it? When did we stop doing that? When did that stop being our option? You want to know the secret, guys? You want to know the answer? It never has stopped. If you're doing a 9-to-5 job that you get tired at, all it's going to require is you to put in more work on yourself to go back to school, get your degree, do whatever you wanted to do. It's never too late to become what you want to become. It's never too late to put your mind to what you want in life and accomplish it. All the difference is now you have a regular job. Right? A 9-to-5 job. Guys, think back. Back when you were a kid and, everyone was telling you you can be whatever you want to be, whatever you put your mind to. You had a job then. except for that job was called school, which was a 9 to 5 job. You're having to put in the same amount of work to achieve your dream as you did when you were a kid. So that tells me, guess what? That opportunity is still there. It's more of, do you want to do the work to get to where you want to be? I guarantee you give any of those kids in the hospital that chance. You tell them, hey, you're cancer free. Go do what you want to do. They will jump on that ball in a heartbeat and work their asses off to get to where they want to go. Because they know for a fact life's too short. Get where you want to go. Achieve your dreams. Stop taking your dreams and shoving them in the back behind everything and anything else. That's actually a really good quote, Lady Rose. That's one of my favorite movies. She said it's like the song from Sister Act 2. If you want to be somebody, you want to go somewhere, then you better stay up and pay attention. That means you got to apply yourself. You got to work for it. It's not just handed to you. You actually have to work at it. And when it gets hard, and this is where it all ties in, guys. When it gets hard, because you're doing your 9 to 5 job, you're putting in 4 to 5 hours every night after work just to achieve your dream, and it's getting harder and harder. That doesn't mean, oh, it's getting harder, I give up. No. Hell no. That means you're doing something right. And other things are just trying to stop you from achieving your goals, your dreams, that is going to make you happy. So keep fighting. And if you're one of those where you want to be a doctor, but yet you don't understand a lot of medical terminology, guess what that means? You're going to have to put in harder work. You're going to have to do more work. And that's where it becomes a question of how much hard work do you want to put in to achieve your dream? And if you're one of those going, well, I really want to be a doctor, but I'll settle for something else, then a doctor has not been your dream. That's been a want, not a dream. A dream you will apply yourself to. A dream you will fight tooth and nail for. So guys, chase your dreams. And when it gets hard and it feels like you can't keep pushing, think about the kids in the hospital. Just imagine if all of us had the strength, the fighting, the sheer willpower of those kids. Our lives would totally be different, because not a single one of us would ever give up. Well, there you go, Lady Rose. You sing it away. Sing it away. But guys, when you think your life is getting hard, fight back. Take back your life. Because like I said, something I've learned over the years, When life starts getting hard, that means you're doing something right. So, you're going to have to figure it out. Decide what you want to fight for. You're going to have to decide how much work you're going to want to put into it. But guys, I got to get off of here. For those that are military or no military, today is a Thursday, which means today is field day. Woohoo! So I'm going to field day my house today, and maybe be on tomorrow to kick off the weekend on a good foot. So guys, like I said, you gotta fight. Don't give up. Don't give up. And like I always sign off, if you got a beef with someone or something, well, I'm glad they're having a blast. I really am. If you got beef with someone or something, talk about it. Don't hold it in. Because when you hold it in, you're hurting yourself. But guys, don't do me a favor. Don't do Brutus a favor. Don't do anybody else a favor. Do it for yourself. And talk about it. Whatever you do, guys, don't bottle it up.